Complex here in West Orange, New Jersey. I'm Alex Cohen, joined alongside George Sewell for a matchup of lacrosse royalty. The Seton Hall Prep Pirates facing off against the Brunswick Bruins next on the D1 Media Pro page of the NFHS Network.
Jumping for joy.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is caught!
We welcome you here on this 66-degree Tuesday afternoon, where the Seton Hall Prep Pirates are facing their toughest game yet. They're not only playing one of the best teams in all of high school lacrosse, they're playing the best team. Brunswick is ranked #1 in the entirety of the nation. And now Seton Hall has already beaten the #9 team in the nation, Del Barton, who was also #1 at the time in all of New Jersey. And what we've seen from this team so far this year is they're spotty. This Seton Hall team can be good when they want to be, but they've also had some really tough games that were very winnable for their program.
100%, Alex. A lot of those games that they lost, a lot of those tough ones, they held leads. It's just a matter of can they keep those leads all 4 quarters. Now, I was at that Del Barton game when they beat the #9 team in the country. What they did, they came out of the gates, hitting the ground, running. They got off to a fast start. They were aggressive on offense. They really just blitzed that Green Wave defense. Let's see what they do here, though. Definitely a much tougher opponent in Brunswick.
Seton Hall started off their season going 1-5, and they've completely flipped their script of their season. They're 4-2 in their last 6 games, giving them a 6-7 record on the season, whereas Brunswick is coming into this game with a 13-2 record. And I mentioned that they're the #1 team in the nation, but let me give you a little insight as to why. Lucas Garcia committed to UVA, Alex Coachella committed to Georgetown, Rick Giordano, UNC, Luke Hall, Michigan. The list just goes on and on and on of these top 5 college lacrosse programs.
Yeah, definitely a juggernaut opponent they're going up against. I'm really excited to see Brunswick. As you said, all the star-studded players that are going to be on the field, just on display. I think we're in, Alex, for a really good game.
And I think what we can expect here is a super fast-paced, high-octane matchup. And this is going to be a game where the Seton Hall defense really is going to need to step up. And that's going to all be led by Jagger Zemixson, the commit to Duke, which is currently ranked
like to watch today. He's going to be looking to shut down, as you said previously, those UVA guys, those Georgetown guys, all those tough opponents that Brunswick's going to throw at him. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge for the Pirates. I think offensively, they're pretty sound and they're going to be able to keep up with Brunswick. I think the question is, though, can Seton Hall's defense hold their end of the fort?
And we spoke about some of the Brunswick commits, but what we haven't really touched on yet is the Seton Hall commits. They're a great team. Overall, they have more commitments to college lacrosse than Brunswick does, but it's about that high-octane level, where Seton Hall has guys going to Georgetown and Fairfield and Stony Brook, but you look at a team like Brunswick, they just look so much different.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched
Brunswick coming off an 11-10 overtime win against the Salisbury School, and Seton Hall coming off a massive 14-6 win against Iona Prep of New York. And both sides have a pretty good test today. Like I mentioned previously, we've seen some great flashes of fantastic lacrosse from the Seton Hall team, but they're going to need to be absolutely perfect to have a chance to win this afternoon.
100%, Alex. I think the most notable recent win is the big win over Chatham, one of the top public schools in the state of New Jersey. So a nice win for the Pirates. As you said, they've been on a roll their past couple games. This, though, is going to be their biggest hurdle. And if I think they're able to overcome Brunswick, the vibes will be high. They're going to be a hard team to stop in the state playoff tournament.
And Seton Hall is a team that has some great offense. They have guys that their top goal scorers, Jack Merklinger with 24 goals in the season, and Owen Dunleavy with 22 goals on the season. But those can't be the main reliables for the Pirates today. They have to rely on their depth scoring from guys like Quinion Oakes, Derek Sable, and Cooper Christian. Those are going to be the guys who really need to step up and make a massive impact in the midfield area.
Yeah, these are two really deep lineups. It might come down to, at the end of the day, Alex, just who's got the deeper bench, who's got the second string guys that are able to come through big when their team needs them most.
It's going to be Brennan Lyons in net this afternoon for the Pirates. And on the other side, the Lafayette commit William Connell for the Bruins. Both teams have their final preparations done as we get set here from West Orange. The Pirates and the Bruins. And we're underway with the face-off. Brunswick immediately scoops up that loose ground ball as they look to make an attack. Timmy Hall has possession. Now out wide with it is Hunter Hanford. Hanford gonna take his time, fire it across toward the left alley for Rick Giordano. Giordano, one of many Division I commits for Brunswick. He's going to the University of North Carolina. Now with possession, David Giaruscio. Giaruscio feeds over Sawyer Bly. Now, below the goal, that quick shot down low, they score! A great start here for Brunswick as they immediately jump out to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, we definitely said how it's key for Seton Hall to get out of the gates early, but look at Brunswick. First couple seconds of the game, they strike first.
Hunter Hanford, the goal scorer here for the Bruins. As that's the first goal of the afternoon, and really Seton Hall had no time to settle in.
Yeah, right off the bat, if this is going to be how Brunswick plays this first quarter, they could go up by a few more than just one.
Seton Hall really going to have to work on their face-off game and pick up those ground balls as much as possible. Here with it, Owen Gibbons along the left alley, passes over to Luke Perelio.
A little more aggressiveness, maybe a little more sense of urgency we could see from this Pirate defense.
Matt Colella with possession, he feeds over for Parker Barras. Barras gets David Giaruscio right off the bench. Giaruscio driving in right across that 30-yard marker in the midfield. Giaruscio out wide, the overhand shot saved by Lyons. He scoops up the bouncing ball and plays ahead immediately off the stick of Alex Coakley. Here comes Coakley along the left alley. Passes down low along the 10-yard line, now into the end zone. Seton Hall has possession. The Pirates working the ball around the perimeter. That's something they do incredibly well with their passing, but we can already see that this Bruins defense is not going to let up. They're playing close man-to-man.
First look we're going to see of the Pirate offense, and as you said, Brunswick, coming out to play on offense and defense. Pirates looking to find that weak spot.
Dunleavy with it, now back out to the top for Drew Merklinger. Merklinger works it around goal, gets it over to Dunleavy, now back to Merklinger. Merklinger holding possession, 9:50 to go here in the first quarter. The Bruins have a 1-0 lead. Around goal, gets it back out to Dunleavy. Now over to the 30-yard line, now back around towards the 20. Seton Hall with some good ball movement around that perimeter, like I just mentioned. Derek Sable with possession. Sable working inside and out on that midfield. Feeds over, that low shot misses just wide of goal. And it'll roll across the boundary. Seton Hall maintains possession.
A lot more patient, the Pirate offense, compared to Brunswick. Looking for that patience to pay off. They're looking for that perfect shot right here. That's really all you can do when you're playing such a star-studded defense.
And as the saying goes, good things come to those who wait, but you can't wait too long against such a skilled team. Oakes with possession, trying to drive out towards the front of the goal. Oakes' shot is scooped up by Connell.
Good save between the net.
Easy first save of the evening for Connell. Just an easy one just to scoop up. Some good defense coming here from the D long pole, Drew Rothman.
Look at that. Really getting in on there.
Just some fantastic work, though, from Parker Barras to knife through some defenders. He has the ball knocked out of his pocket. Now the long feed comes out wide. The pump fake shot there from Sawyer Bly. Bly still in possession, being driven towards the outside by Sable. Some fantastic defense here from the Pirates.
This is what we said is the key to the game. Can this Pirate defense stand strong? A great look right here.
Really keeping the Bruins towards the outside, much to the pleasure of the Pirates fans. Matt Colella with it, feeds it out wide towards the right alley. Now back out it comes for Barras. Now in the right alley, driving now wide. That shot is ripped well wide of goal, and it'll go out of play. Referee blows his whistle as we'll restart. Great play there from Zemixson to knock that ball loose. Zemixson, as we've seen already, the exact reasons why he's committed to Duke University.
What a great sequence right there for the Duke commit. One of the best players in the nation. He's showing you why right there on that play.
Some heavy stick checking there going on around that Seton Hall right alley. The Pirates will maintain possession. As the ball gets inbounded now over for Alex Coakley. Coakley racing his way through the midfield, feeds it over for Dunleavy. Dunleavy at the touch of a button can just find that top left corner with ease. That pass comes out, Bryce Pfeffer with it. Pfeffer over for Grady Paltos. Paltos gonna take his time, allowing the offense to set up. He gets it for Ante, now back out wide for Pfeffer. Pfeffer puts on the brakes, hits a spin move, now gets it back over for Merklinger. Jack, that is. Back with Dunleavy to Jack Merklinger. Now for Paltos. Grady Paltos trying to work his way in on goal. Paltos spinning away, now the shot saved by Connell. Connell super good with his stick, as we saw just there, easy save for him. Brunswick working with possession. Rick Giordano has it, working his way along towards the left alley. Now taking possession, Lucas Garcia. Garcia with a low, dangerous ground pass for Parker Barras. Barras still with it, good stutter step into the midfield. Barras still working, now the shot, they score! Rick Giordano, the UNC commit, makes it a 2-0 Bruins lead.
Making us well aware why he's committed to Chapel Hill.
A beautiful shot that
On the play for the Bruins,
Lions
number
really had
5,
no
Rick
chance of saving.
Giordano.
Pirates now down by 2. I know it's only the first quarter, but you cannot let these Brunswick goals keep piling up.
They were playing some pretty good defense for the first half of that first quarter, and it's seemingly falling apart here, as that's a nice job to scoop up the ground ball. Now Brennan Lyons way out of his net, trying to work around some attackers. Lyons in trouble, trying to get it out. He's able to find a man, and that'll allow the Pirates to work it upfield.
Great work right there by the goalie Lyons, as now he sets up an opportunity for this Pirate offense.
Derek Sable with possession. He's able to get it for Dunleavy. Now back to Sable. Racing off the field comes the High Point commit, Sean Hayes. He'll substitute in for Grady Paltos.
Two-sport athlete Sean Hayes had a very good year at safety for football.
And that's seeming to be a pretty common theme now at the high school level. A lot of great athletes playing two sports and being great at both of them.
Especially lacrosse. A lot of kids picking up a lacrosse stick nowadays.
Here comes Sable working along the outside. He puts on the brakes, peels away, gets it over for Paltos. Now to Dunleavy. Dunleavy finds Paltos, back over to Sable. Derek Sable driving in with the jump shot. He scores! And that's exactly what the Pirates needed. Derek Sable gets on the board.
The Navy commit cutting the lead in half. Good way to fire up this Pirate team.
Derek Sable gets his 8th goal on the season. It's a 2-1 Brunswick lead, but a great shift of momentum here.
Goal on the play for the Pirates by Derek Sable.
Sable with a much-needed Pirates goal. Zemixon trying to box out. He scoops up the ground ball. Zemixon with speed. The long pole racing up the field. Zemixon all the way at the 20. Zemixon, what a save there from Connell, but a beautiful drive towards goal from Jagger Zemixon. Now the Pirates without their best defender as Zemixon racing back to get into the play. Now it comes, Sean Ryan. Ryan gonna slow the pace down.
We've already seen within the first couple minutes that Jagger came to play. We almost saw him take it across the whole field to make that goal.
Parker Barras with possession. He finds over for Matt Colella. Pirates student section has come out to support their boys. Now the drive, they score again. A beautiful play there from Brunswick, regaining their 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I feel like now, Alex, we're going to see a back-and-forth game. Brunswick got out to a 2-0 lead, but I think the beast has awoken for Seton Hall. Back and forth we're going to go here.
David Giorgio on the goal.
On the play for the Bruins by number 91, David Greco.
We'll get a whistle here at the face-off. Well, possession will be given to Seton Hall. As we'll restart play, Seton Hall really needs to get back on the board. Bryce Pfeffer with possession. Now out wide, behind the goal of Connell for Dunleavy. Out wide for Ante.
It's another two-sport athlete. That was a varsity captain this year for basketball. Alex Ante started at center all year.
Back with it, Bryce Pfeffer. Pfeffer with the low shot, he scores! A beautiful place shot from Bryce Pfeffer. Cuts it down to a 1-goal Brunswick lead.
Like I said, Alex, we're going to be going back and forth all game.
And at this rate for the Pirates, they don't even need to score more goals in this corner. They just need to win a quarter. And that's going to put them on top because it's a 1-goal lead right now for Brunswick. We're sitting here at 3-2. But if Seton Hall, say, scores 4 and Brunswick scores 3, that's a tie game coming into the next quarter. And that is something huge for the Pirates. Face-off whistle blows, possession going to be given to the Bruins. Restarting play, Sawyer Bly. Bly with it, driving out wide, just on the edge of that right alley. Bly taking his time with possession. He'll get it over for Hunter Hanford. Now with it, Kevin Ryan. Ryan will take his time. Working in on Alex Coakley. Driving out wide is Ryan. He'll feed it down low. Lucas Garcia with it, gets it back over to Ryan. Ryan popping out towards that goal mouth, finds it for Bly. Now with it, Rick Giordano. He's already got a goal. That jump shot goes just high of goal.
Another good look, though, for Brunswick.
Seton Hall's really got to do a better job of boxing out right in front of the goal. Nice stick work there from Zemixon to knock the ball loose off the stick of Lucas Garcia. Ball still on the ground, scooped up by Drew Rothman. Rothman with immense speed along the left alley. Spin move, cuts into the inside. Here comes Drew Rothman into the midfield. Rothman with a shot, saved by Connell. Oh, what a goal that would have been.
That's two of those now. The Pirates have tried to take it coast to coast, but come up short.
Man advantage for the Bruins, but that shot just slipped right out of the stick of Hunter Hanford as we get a whistle blown, and Seton Hall gonna have possession. The official whistle blows as Brennan Lyons takes it upfield and gets it over to Drew Rothman, and now Lyons will retreat back. Now within the midfield, the Georgetown commit Jack Merklinger. He loses possession, the ball scooped up by William Connell and thrown the other way. Here comes Brunswick. Once again, another whistle blows as we'll stop the clock with 57 seconds, and a timeout's called. We'll be back shortly after the break.
Timeout.
You know, I'm a person too.
Welcome back to the Kelly Athletic Complex after the timeout. The Brunswick Bruins hold a 3-2 lead with 57 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Once again, I'm Alex Cohen, joined alongside George Sewell. We thank you for watching here on this Tuesday afternoon. As we will restart play, Brunswick has possession. David Greco with it, he feeds over for Sawyer Bly. Bly trying to work his way into the midfield. Bly thought about a shot. He'll rethink and pass. Now working around the perimeter are the Bruins. With it now, Sean Ryan. That pass is dropped by Ryan. Some good stick work here from Alex Coakley playing defense. 18 seconds to go here in the quarter. Now with it, Greco. Over for Bly, 10 to go. Now out wide, that shot saved by Lyons. And he'll hold on and heave it way downfield. That ends up going over the goal, and a successful first quarter for both teams. Brunswick holds a 3-2 lead, and we'll be back with second quarter action after the break.
Brunswick Bruins 3, the Seton Hall Prep.
They score! Oh, and attacking and throws it down! Touchdown for St. Peter's! I'm here with Darren Lewis with Simeon Wilcher.
Here with Precious Achua.
About doing overtime.
Welcome back here for second quarter action. 12 more minutes before halftime. The Bruins have a 3-2 lead over the Seton Hall Prep Pirates.
Yeah, Alex, it's definitely been a close game. It honestly could be tied. That first 20 seconds, though, Brunswick had this thing in cruise control. An early goal. The Pirates looked a little off their game, but since then, it has been neck and neck.
Good ground ball there. Won by Seton Hall. Lyons gets it over to Rothman. Rothman plays back to Lyons, who will look to start this attack for the Pirates. Lyons works well upfield. That pass sails over the head of Alex Ante, and that'll give possession to the Bruins. Now played back, William Connell. Looks like he wanted to heave one downfield. He'll rethink a pass and make the easy play right to his midfielder, who has tons of green grass in front of him. That's Sawyer Bly working around the outside. Bly along the left alley gets it into the midfield now for Parker Barras.
This game definitely could be won by face-offs, I feel like.
Face-offs and ground balls really are the name of the game. It's all that gritty work. Got to get down and dirty to win possession. David Greco with it in the midfield, racing through, across the 30, now through the 20-yard line. He'll peel up just around that 4-yard line marker and get it back out for Sawyer Bly. Now walking in with it. That low shot takes a deflection. It'll roll across the boundary. It'll be Seton Hall ball.
This Lions really taking it far out now. Look at this.
Well, we've seen some goalies get a couple of goals here at the high school level. We saw it with Dylan Levine from Livingston. He just took off in the green grass, as we'll have a quick timeout called. Now back here after the timeout, as we'll wait to see who will control possession. 10:23 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, like we've said earlier, like you said, Alex, the ground balls and the face-offs, that gritty stuff could really decide the victor in this game.
Seton Hall controls possession. They'll work it out along the right alley. Now work down low. Owen Quinion Oaks. Oaks gets it out high for Dunleavy. Now down low, back for Oaks. Out wide for Jack Merklinger. Merklinger racing over towards the goal front. He is collapsed on by a ton of Bruins, so he'll have to rethink that shot, and we'll reset up play.
He just got swarmed coming out to the left side of the goal.
Derek Sable, one of the goal scorers here for Seton Hall, racing towards goal. He'll feed it down low. Jack Merklinger with it. Now comes across for Dunleavy. Now the jab step into the midfield. Pass comes over. Jack Merklinger thought about the shot. He'll once again have to reset. And this is giving us a perfect example as to why the state of New York has a shot clock for high school lacrosse.
Could definitely see the benefit of it here. It would have well been over by now.
Out wide. Now it comes down low for Oaks. Back for Merklinger. But nonetheless, a beautiful job of the Pirates working it around and really maintaining possession. Comes over for Dunleavy. He has that pass go right off the shaft of his stick. He gets boxed out, and that ball will roll out of bounds as the Bruins restart play.
Yeah, we said the Pirates have been very patient on offense. Might be time to start putting things into horse drive. They're definitely doing that on defense, though.
Here comes Zemixon. Over for Dunleavy. His shot goes wide.
Oof. Had a really good opportunity right there. Just a little too much on that shot.
Well, the more you shoot, the more you score, and that's got to be a philosophy that Seton Hall is going to have to live by as we get to the latter half of this first half and second quarter, as we'll get another timeout called. And it's been pretty fast-paced play overall, but once the teams are getting it into that offensive third, it's really been possession, and that's really seeming to be the name of the game so far.
Timeout called.
Yeah, you know, Alex, we've seen the Pirates have a lot of time of possession, but not nearly the amount of shots that the Bruins have put up. Let's see if they keep that game plan, or maybe as the second quarter starts to wind down a little bit, they start to throw up some more shots and try to match this opponent's speed and quickness they play with.
And this is a perfect opportunity for that with this timeout, getting to rethink a couple of things as the Pirates will have possession after that shot went wide from Owen Dunleavy. And this is such a team that has so much talent on both sides of the field. You have Zemixon committed to Duke, and then you have guys committed to Georgetown up front in Jack Merklinger, and then you also have Owen Dunleavy. There's so many sharpshooters on the Seton Hall team, and you really can't let those shooters go to waste.
100%, Alex. I think, though, definitely so far this game has lived up to the expectations. Two of the best teams in the nation going at it here.
And surprisingly, Seton Hall not ranked within the top 25 nationally, but they are putting on a tremendous fight here.
Definitely looking to change that.
Oaks will restart play. Dunleavy with it. Gets it out wide. A nice leaping grab there from Alex Ante. Looks like a wide receiver going up for a jump ball. Now with it, Derek Sable. Sable racing in. Gets it to Ante. Now we're for Drew Merklinger. Merklinger working out wide. Gets it to Oaks. Now across for Dunleavy. Dunleavy lowering his shoulder, trying to plow through a couple of defenders. He'll hand off now for Sable. Sable and Dunleavy switch positions. Here comes Derek Sable. Still working around goal. His shot swallowed up by William Connell. The rebound taken away by the Pirates. Now that cross-body shot will rifle wide. And Seton Hall will keep possession. The inbound comes to Oaks. Now for Jack Merklinger. Over with it, his brother Drew. Drew Merklinger gets it over for Alex Ante. Ante for Dunleavy, for Oaks, to Jack Merklinger. Pirates once again really taking their time. But you ought to really look at the Bruins defense as well here.
Yeah, they've been giving them no opportunities to score. You see these Pirate attackers getting swarmed by the Bruins.
Sable once again gets swarmed trying to make his way towards goal. Alex Ante will slow it down.
You could definitely tell Brunswick, Alex, they did their homework on the Seton Hall Prep offense. They know who to watch out for. They know what the plan of attack is.
Now out in front, that shot once again sails high, but a good opportunity there from Drew Merklinger to even things up. Oaks with it. Oaks taking a couple of jabs. The ball gets knocked out of the pocket. Scooped up now by Jack Merklinger. He can't maintain possession as here comes the Bruins the other way. Now with it, Parker Barras. Barras racing in. He's got green grass in front of him. He'll hand off for Hunter Hanford, and that's going to allow the Bruins to set up. Couple of slashes here coming from Sean Hayes. Now the ball comes over to Rick Giordano. Giordano plays well across field. Now with it, Matt Colella. Colella works down low. Bruins gonna play a possession game of their own. Now out wide it comes for Greco. Greco working his way down towards the 10-yard line now to the X behind the goal of Lions. Greco still with possession, being closely watched now by Declan Farrell.
Declan Farrell, the Middlebury commit for football. He was a Sears kicker.
That low shot goes off the face of Brennan Lyons. By any means possible to make a save. Now Lyons with it, gets it over for Zemixon.
That's the kind of game this is. You're gonna have to use all your resources.
Brennan Lyons thought about the heave. Now he'll throw it well down goal. But William Connell got back into his goal just in time to make the save.
Oh,
now
yeah.
A big hit there from Sean Hayes. Now the ball bouncing around towards the sideline. It's going to be Brunswick ball.
That's him channeling his inner safety right there, Alex. We saw him do that on the gridiron this fall.
And safeties a lot of times are heat-seeking missiles coming in for some hits. And that's exactly the type of game that you love to see in lacrosse. Just a beautiful, big, open field hit. Now the ball takes a deflection off the stick of Dunleavy. It'll be scooped up by Connell. Four minutes and 10 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Still a 3-2 Brunswick lead. That ball pops out of the stick of Brunswick. We'll restart play here. The Pirates moving quickly. Quinion Oaks with it. Oaks with a low shot that goes high. Now with it, Bryce Pfeffer. Pfeffer hands off for Cooper Christian. Now Pfeffer back with it. Over for Oaks. Back to Pfeffer. Now for Christian. Back over to Bryce Pfeffer. Pfeffer creeping in. Gets it for Oaks. Now for Dunleavy. Out wide for Paltos. Now back for Pfeffer. Pfeffer with the quick step in. He's immediately shielded away. Back with the ball is Paltos. Grady Paltos with an open lane. Paltos scores! And we're all knotted up at 3.
Sophomore coming through big to tie it. Look at the energy on the field right now.
A beautiful goal from Grady Paltos, his 10th of the season. And we got a whole new ball game.
Goal on the play for the Pirates by number 4, Grady Paltos.
And that's exactly the type of momentum the Pirates have needed to swing their game back in the right direction. And we talked about how we've seen these flashes of greatness from Seton Hall this season, and this is exactly the type of game they've needed to play. Right after the goal, some heavy pressure here coming on the face-off man, NJ Maragliano. Now ball down on the ground, both sides jamming away at it, as it'll be Brunswick ball. And it seems like all these ground balls that are being blown dead seeming to be played in Brunswick's favor.
That's definitely the game changer. We got a new ball game here, all tied up at 3 apiece.
David Greco taking some hard slashes from Zemixon, who knocks the ball loose. Now on the ground, and it's scooped up by the Pirates. Owen Dunleavy has possession with it, and will get a timeout called on the field. Some terrific defensive play there from Jagger Zemixon.
Yeah, and you could just keep feeding it into that offense. You gave it right to the sophomore, Grady Paltos. Great speed for the youngster, and he came through. Terrific stick control, great strong shot. We're all tied up at 3 here. This is really when, Alex, we start to see those small things become big. The Pirates are no longer down by 1. There's no more that 20-second goal excuse that we had at the game's beginning. So it's everyone's game here now. Mistakes are going to become a lot more crucial and a lot more visible.
And what we're seeing now, this is the Seton Hall prep team that we saw last year. That 19-3 powerhouse of a lacrosse program is returning here against the #1 school in the nation.
Yeah, definitely. I think, Alex, that beginning of the season, maybe some jitters. This is a new roster. A lot of these guys were not on the squad last year. Guys like Paltos, who's getting more playing time this year. You have guys coming in, taking more playing time. You had some guys graduate, like the older Sable, who's off at Villanova right now. And you had the goalie, Connor Kean, who was a fantastic player last season. 158 saves. He gave the keys, though, over to Lyons, who's really stepped up. A lot of quality players here, Alex. I think, though, the first couple games, learning how to play with each other, getting that chemistry going, and I think they've really hit their stride now.
Yeah, they started off 1-5 and now 6-2, or 4-2 in their last 6. Hoping to make it a fantastic 5-2 stretch. Jack Merklinger with it, gets it over for Quinion Oaks. And it seems like this Pirates squad has a whole new speed to their game and a whole lot more momentum.
Oh, 100%, Alex. Just the energy they have now. They got the student section behind them, supporting them. Pretty good turnout this afternoon, too. Vibes are high right now.
That's something you'd expect on a beautiful day like today. Ante with it, driving out wide. Now Ante with the bounce shot. Ball bouncing around out in front. Ante scoops it up. He loses it once again. Alex Ante boxing out. He falls down to the turf, and that allows the Bruins to scoop up possession. Now played across to Timmy Hall. Hall with speed, racing along that right alley. He'll take it behind goal. Ball gets popped in the air off the loose pass, and the play will be blown dead. It'll stay as Brunswick ball. Rick Giordano with possession, works it along the right alley, working back towards midfield, and that'll allow the Bruins to set up. Now possession comes back over for Parker Barras. Sparse with the quick step. He thought about a shot. He'll rethink. Ball gets flipped over to Hunter Hanford, who loses possession. Hanford can't quite keep it in. That ball will roll across the sideline. It'll go for Seton Hall ball.
The Pirates have really woken up. Remember, the first quarter and really the first half of the second, it was back and forth, but we mentioned Brunswick a lot more than we did the Pirates. You now see them creating turnovers, getting shots. They've been the talking point now as we look to close out this first half.
Well, Seton Hall just had a crucial turnover on a missed pass that just sailed over the head of Alex Ante, and now the Bruins will take possession. 50 seconds to go here in the first half.
Like I said, once we got to that 3-3 game, mistakes are going to become a lot more visible.
Brennan Lyons gets right back into his goal crease. Half a minute to go here in the opening half. Ball gets flipped over for Lucas Garcia. Garcia, one of the many guys you got to watch out for here on this squad for Brunswick. He's committed to UVA for next season.
Good move.
Garcia working along the crease, gets it out wide now for Giordano. His bouncing shot scooped up by Lyons. He's got 2 seconds, not much he can do there, and that'll be the end of the first half. A terrific one at that for Seton Hall Prep. We're all knotted up at 3 as we'll be back here with second half action after the break.
Seton Hall Prep Pirates.
Welcome back here to the Kelly Athletic Complex for second half action between the Brunswick Bruins and the Seton Hall Prep Pirates. Once again, I'm Alex Cohen, joined alongside George Sewell. And George, it was a fantastic first half. Both sides played extremely well, and Seton Hall matching up very, very well to the #1 team in the nation.
Oh, 100%, Alex. Right out of the gate, we saw it was Brunswick who was controlling things, but then as the game progressed, Seton Hall really started to get the wheels turning. A huge goal at the end of the second quarter for Grady Paltos to tie this thing up at 3. It's really anyone's game now.
And they're already starting with possession right after a missed shot. And that ball went just a bit too high, but Seton Hall maintains possession.
We saw them have a very patient offense last time. Let's see if they keep that, or maybe a little more fast-paced and a few more shots at the net.
Derek Sable's shot will go just wide. It'll stay Seton Hall ball. But George, going off of that point, the Pirates are doing what they do well against other teams that aren't Brunswick, teams that aren't #1 in the nation. And with that passing shell going around the goal, it'll work against some of the weaker teams that really don't have this much talent. But with a team such as good as Brunswick, they're really going to need to just fire shot after shot after shot, because if you miss, you get possession. But the more you shoot, the more opportunities you're going to have to score.
100%. And what, we've seen 2 shots already in the first minute of this quarter? I think that's definitely the game plan now.
Ground ball scooped up here by Brunswick as they look to rush the other way. The Bruin takes a tumble to the turf and will have Seton Hall possession.
It's Alexante getting in there on the action.
Derek Sable has it for the Pirates. He'll work it over for Owen Dunleavy. That'll allow some substitutions to be made for the Pirates as they'll set up on the offensive front. Cooper Christian with possession finds Grady Paltos coming in just off the bench.
Yeah, we said earlier it's going to come down to who's got the better bench on that team, who's going to come through in the second string. And Paltos, not a starter in this game, came off the bench and scored that huge goal. The Pirates so far winning that depth battle.
Pfeffer finds Paltos, trying to work his way into the midfield, throws a shot on goal. Easy save there for William Connell.
They had more shots, the better.
Now racing up the field is Sawyer Bly. Bly works his way into the midfield, now gets it down low for Lucas Garcia, one of 3 captains here on the Brunswick team. Now with it, Rick Giordano. Giordano, one of the goal scorers for the Bruins in that first half. He'll hold possession right around the 40-yard marker.
He's someone they really still have to keep an eye on. They silenced him after his first goal, but he's just a volcano waiting to erupt.
Now with possession is Matt Colella, the second of 3 captains here, as we'll get a switch from defense to offense. Coming on to the offensive half now is David Greco. Greco also one of the goal scorers there from the Bruins. Brunswick making some substitutions on the defensive side as we have Greco racing in around goal. Now out in front, the bounce shot. Beautiful save there from Brennan Lyons.
Great job by the Providence commit coming in. That's huge right there for the Pirates.
Great move there from Zemixon, working his way into the offensive front.
To shut down a top-level team, you're going to have to make some top-level saves like that.
Or restart play, as there will look to be a substitution violation there going against Seton Hall Prep. Now working it in is Parker Barras. Barras along the left alley. He'll peel away and look for a better passing option. Barras gets it over for Giordano. Now over it comes for Sean Ryan. Ryan gets the easy feed there for Sawyer Bly. Bly gonna take his time with it here. Bly being closely watched there by Christian. Now the pass, the low shot.
It's off the crossbar.
Now out wide with it, Rick Giordano. Just along that left alley. Giordano trying to cut his way towards that midfield. Gets it over for Bly. Bly with a quick jab step working his way out to the right alley. Now over comes Hunter Hanford with a low shot. Good stick save there from Brennan Lyons.
That's 2 nifty saves in a couple seconds for Lyons. Really making his presence known.
Sean Hayes with speed. Has some green grass. His pass is just too high for Quinion Oaks.
They're definitely playing a lot more fast-paced, Alex. They got to keep it clean, though. It's great to play with that kind of momentum and fierceness, but you got to play clean. You can't have passes missing like that and giving the ball right back over to the Bruins.
And Brunswick, we know, a team that can strike at any moment. Now with it, Lucas Garcia gets it back over to Matt Colella. Colella gonna slow down play. Sawyer Bly now back to Colella. Now subbing onto the field is Greco. And that's exactly who Colella's gonna find. David Greco working it along that 47-yard marker. Now Greco with a quick step in. Now Greco spinning off of some bodies. Gets that low feed. And Hanford will throw a shot well high. Went for the closest thing that you can come to a toe drag in lacrosse. As now we restart play, Lucas Garcia racing his way towards that midfield. Gets it over to Sawyer Bly. Brunswick thought about a shot. Now that bouncer goes off the foot of Lyons. He races over towards the sideline. The ball will bounce out of play. It'll stay Brunswick ball. Now with it, Colella with speed gets it over to Sean Ryan. Colella maintains possession. That pass goes over the stick of Sawyer Bly. Nice play in the midfield as the ball did cross over that line. And now Zemixon gets it over for Dunleavy. He scores! The Pirates take a 4-3 lead.
Dunleavy with the go-ahead goal.
Owen Dunleavy gets his 23rd of the season, and the Pirates jump in front.
That's
On the
huge.
play for the Pirates by number 3, the senior, Owen Dunleavy.
A beautiful play there from the Pirates as they have the lead. We'll restart play here with the face-off. Ball staying at the dot. It's won by Brunswick. The ball pops up, and the ground ball scooped up by Seton Hall Prep. Brennan Lyons with it. He'll flip it over. Here come the Pirates the other way with possession, trying to strike once again after taking the lead. Now Dunleavy with it, racing down towards the sideline in that right alley. He'll make the easy pass for Oaks. Now back to Dunleavy. Back down low for Oaks. Alex Ante off the bench. Pfeffer over for Ante. On the field now, off the bench, Grady Paltos. Paltos with a jab step working out wide. His shot saved there by Connell. Right off the kneecap. Now Ante thinks about a shot. Now he'll fire one wide.
Just missed off the stick of Ante.
Sounds like the Pirates are listening to us as they're going with the shot mentality.
It's definitely paid off as they now have the lead.
Bryce Pfeffer now with the ball. He works it out wide, trying to work his way into the midfield. Gets it over for Jack Merklinger. Merklinger thinks about a shot. He scores! The Pirates now have a 2-goal lead after a beautiful play from Jack Merklinger. Merklinger saw Dunleavy creep within 1 goal of him as he gets his 25th tally of the year.
Well, Alex, the first few minutes of this third quarter have been absolutely dominated by the Pirates. They scored 2 in the first couple minutes of the second half.
They get some newfound momentum here from Seton Hall Prep.
Jack Merklinger!
Beautiful play there from the Pirates all around, and they take that 2-goal lead.
That's the other window.
Now here comes Brunswick the other way, trying to get within 1. A couple of good stick checks there. Now with it, Rick Giordano. Now the pump fake shot, the low save from Lyons. He has been fantastic this evening.
He has been great. This whole Pirate team coming out of halftime strong.
The Pirates are attacking at every part of the field, and they're attacking with pure speed. Merklinger with it once again, working it around the X behind the goal of William Connell. They'll get it out wide. Now the pass comes over for Drew Merklinger. Now off the bench with it is Cooper Christian. Christian knifing in, trying to get his way around the defense. He'll rethink. Christian with the stop and start. He'll get the pass. Now over it comes for Derek Sable. Now the low shot off the post and wide. It's just look after look after look for the Pirates as they're gonna get one here eventually. Another ground ball scooped up there by Jack Merklinger. Now it comes another shot saved by Connell.
Connell, 2 big back-to-back saves.
A couple of stick checks there from the Pirates as the Brunswick Bruins look to work it here and get back in within 1. Rick Giordano has it. He'll slow down the pace of play. 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. And we'll get a timeout here called. Oh, no, it'll be an offsides rule. And that'll turn over possession. Now the shot goes off the post. And they'll say it never went in, and that'll stay Bruin ball. How did that ball not go in the net?
Wow.
That ground ball scooped up over towards the sideline by Sean Ryan. Now out in front, ball bouncing around, scooped up there by Drew Rothman. Rothman facing some heavy pressure. Rothman maintaining possession as he spills down to the turf, and the referees will throw a flag. Some great playing there from Drew Rothman as we'll await the signal here from the officials.
Yeah, he's looked great today. You know, we've had these goals by Paltos and Dunleavy, but guys like Rothman who have been bringing the ball up and down the field, they're the catalyst for those 5 goals so far today.
And it looks like we're going to have a tripping penalty called here. It's going to go against Hunter Hanford. Only going to be a minute-long penalty, but that nonetheless a man advantage here coming for the Pirates. Seton Hall Prep with a massive opportunity here to go up 3. Quinion Oaks over for Ante. Now comes back over to Ante, out wide. Sable with it, Jack Merklinger now. Now for Drew Merklinger. Sable, back with it, Drew Merklinger now. Now out wide, comes back for Sable. Now for Dunleavy, to Ante. Ante back to Dunleavy. Now out wide, the Pirates once again with some good ball movement. A minute 5 to go here in the third quarter. 15 seconds on the man advantage. Ante thought about a shot. He'll pass instead. Pirates have to get a shot off here. Jack Merklinger's pass intended there for Owen Dunleavy will go wide. As we'll get 50 seconds to go here in the quarter. 5 to go on the penalty.
Bruins looking for their first consistent possession in a while. It's been all Pirates this past couple minutes.
Sawyer Bly, swarmed by 3 Pirates, somehow works his way out. Bly, upfield, now into the midfield, gets it out to the right alley. Lyons comes out of his goal to try and force some pressure. 24 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Rick Giordano with it, 15 to go. He'll hand off now for David Greco. Greco working down low. Greco with a shot saved by Lyons. It's going to be Pirates ball with 3 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Lyons is just putting on a clinic here today.
The Pirates just going to heave the ball downfield as the clock will expire on the third quarter. We'll be back with the final frame of play after the break. It's Seton Hall 5, Brunswick 3.
Camera's been great.
Welcome back to the final quarter here at the Kelly Athletic Complex. The Pirates just 12 minutes away from dethroning the #1 team in the nation.
Yeah, I mean, Alex, you want to talk about dominating the whole quarter? That entire third quarter, start to end, all 12 minutes, was completely controlled by Seton Hall Prep. They added 2 more goals and were shut down on defense.
Brunswick didn't have possession for more than a minute straight, as it looks like we're going to get a potential tripping penalty called here going, and we are not going to see a penalty, just a flip of possession going in favor of the Pirates. Brady Manzo works it up ahead. Zemixon into the midfield now for Derek Sable. Sable works it around, gets it over for Jack Merklinger, down low for Quinion Oaks. Oaks back to Merklinger, over for Sable. Off the bench now comes Grady Paltos. Sable gets it over to Ante. Ante now over for Sable, over for Paltos, back to Sable. Sable working in with a quick cut down to the outside. Now Sable with a stutter step. He'll get it over for Oaks, now to Dunleavy, back to Ante. Ante thought about a pass to Paltos, but he was immediately covered there by Parker Barras. Ante spins away, gets it over to Paltos. Paltos trying to work his way around the edge. He's unable to. Gets it over back to Sable. Sable for Dunleavy. Dunleavy being closely watched there by Jake Green. Gets that pass out wide, goes just high of the stick of Jack Merklinger, and that'll lead to a Bruins possession. Officials waving Sean Ryan closer into the field as we'll restart play. Ryan with immense speed. Now Ryan takes a hit. Now Ryan scores! What an individual effort there from Sean Ryan.
I mean, you talk about speed. He split that gap dead through the middle and came through. Strong shot for that goal.
It's a 5-4 Pirates lead as Brunswick inching closer and closer and closer.
Come on, Luke!
10:06 to play here in the fourth quarter. Face-off one, Zemikson can't quite get in there to scoop up the ground ball. Still bouncing around in the air, Zemikson batting away at the loose ball. Still on the ground, and the Pirates will scoop it up.
Oh.
Nice back pass.
Wow.
Into no man's land as that pass seemingly just ended up working out. Now up ahead, Sean Hayes works it Merklinger. Zemikson loads up, his shot is saved by William Connell. That one had some speed.
Yeah, Jagger's someone we don't really see take a lot of shots.
That overhanded shot, though, from a long pole really generates a ton of momentum. As now we're seeing something much different there from the third quarter as Brunswick really controlling the possession. See a ground ball pass over now to Lucas Garcia. Garcia generates his momentum. He'll make his attack. Now Garcia's shot goes off the shaft of the stick. Now that one, they score! It's a tie game. Brunswick has knotted it up at 5s.
Well, we talked about the kind of start Seton Hall Prep got last quarter. The start of the fourth now, Brunswick really firing.
A huge goal at this point in the game for Brunswick, as we have a whole new ball game.
Bruins by number 2, Lucas Garcia.
We'll get another face-off. This one still tied up at the logo. As it gets scooped up here by the Pirates the other way. The pass goes just high of Jack Merklinger, scooped up by Oakes. Quinion Oakes gonna peel away, trying to get around Timmy Hall. Oakes still with possession, gets it over to Drew Merklinger. Merklinger finds Paltos off the bench. Now gets it over for Pfeffer. Bryce Pfeffer making his attack, working to the outside. His shot, he scores! What a snipe from Bryce Pfeffer! The Pirates have a 6-5 lead.
Bryce Pfeffer coming through when the Pirates needed him most. Play of the game so far for number 44.
That's Pfeffer's third goal on the season, and it's a huge one at that.
the play for the Pirates by number 44, the senior Bryce Pfeffer.
Another massive face-off looms. 8:03 to play here in the final quarter.
Here we go, Sean. Big play.
Ball still on the ground. Referees will blow their whistles to stop play. This is going to be Brunswick ball. Sawyer Bly has possession for the Bruins. Now gets it over for Rick Giordano. Giordano finds Colella. Colella down low to the X behind the goal of Lyons. That ball gets knocked out of the stick. Lyons with a heavy tomahawk type slash. As that ball's working over towards the boundary. And Colella tumbles down. The ball goes across the sideline and it's Seton Hall ball. Lyons plays over for Zemixson. Now with it is Declan Farrell. Farrell takes a bump, still with possession. Ball knocked out of his stick, and the Pirates will scoop it up. Jack Merklinger with it, working out wide. Merklinger will take it to behind the X. Oakes for Sable.
Great look right there by Declan Farrell. Lots of speed.
Sable gets it out wide to Dunleavy. Now back over for Sable. Now over it comes for Dunleavy. Back to Sable. He'll get it out wide for Cooper Christian. Makes the leaping grab. With it once again, Derek Sable. Another goal here for the Pirates would be absolutely huge. Getting that little bit of insurance.
That could be the dagger.
Christian thought about a shot. He'll twirl his stick and feed Oakes instead. Oakes, his shot gets blocked. It's scooped up by Jack Merklinger on the rebound. Back with it is Sable. 6:17 to go here in the fourth quarter. Christian with it. Gets back over for Sable. Played across now to Ante. Ante hands off for Dunleavy. Owen Dunleavy looking to make his attack. Gets it over for Cooper Christian. Christian with a skip, hop, and a step. Now back over for Jack Merklinger. Merklinger trying to make his attack. He'll peel away. Gets it over for Ante. Ante back for Christian. Christian with the overhand move. That shot saved there by Connell. Ball will go out of play and immediately be inbounded here by the Pirates.
A lot more shots being fired.
Oakes with it. His shot will once again sail wide. As the Cooper Christian's gonna have to make his way all the way into the corner. Official restarts play. Cooper Christian still with it, trying to work his way around some defenders from Brunswick. The ball gets knocked out of the pocket of Cooper Christian. Now Brunswick looks to make their move the other way. Ball rolling along the ground. Good job there from Drew Rothman to trap it. Zemixson scoops. Zemixson falls down to the turf. Now here comes Brunswick the other way into the midfield. Shot saved there by Lyons. He scoops up the rebound.
What a day it has been. That save probably the biggest of the afternoon so far.
Ante up ahead. Dunleavy can't corral the pass. Dunleavy racing for possession. Connell shoves him down to the turf.
Push. Timeout.
And we'll get a timeout called here by Seton Hall. As the physicality is really ramped up in the past couple of minutes.
Yeah, these are the final few minutes, the last minutes of desperation. Brunswick really trying to get one more on the board to tie this thing. Seton Hall Prep, though, looking to hold them off and maybe even get another insurance goal, which would be huge. To go up 7-5 with 4.5 left, that would be game-changing for Seton Hall Prep.
Who's that?
Now back here, the final 4.5 minutes of the fourth quarter. The Seton Hall Prep Pirates have a 6-5 lead over the Brunswick Bruins, and the Pirates have possession. And we can expect the physicality to really start ramping up here as Brunswick gets desperate to maintain their #1 status.
Oh yeah, 100%, Alex. You could just see the intensity ramping up. It's been wild the whole game, but these final few minutes, this is when we start to see the chaos unfold.
Merklinger takes a cross check, then has the ball knocked out of his stick across the sideline. It's going to go for Brunswick ball. Some good defending there from the Bruins. They'll heave it back into play and look to make an attack along the left alley. Sawyer Bly thinks about the pass. Bly in the midfield with the overhand. That ball will roll out of play, and it's going to be Seton Hall ball. Alex Coakley was going to restart play here for the Pirates. Coakley gets a cross field for Sable. Sable along the right alley. Sable racing it towards goal. Sable's shot goes just wide. Quinion Oaks now with it. Oaks gets it over for Merklinger. And that play, not something you see every day from a #1 team. Just completely lost Derek Sable and allowed him a 3-lane towards the goal. Bryce Pfeffer, goal scorer #6 for the Pirates, and the biggest one at that. Now Pfeffer with it, Jack Merklinger over for Dunleavy. He scores! An absolute rifle from Owen Dunleavy. It's a 7-5 Pirates lead.
That's #2 on the day, and that could be the dagger.
It's Dunleavy's 24th of the season.
What a day for the senior.
Ice in his veins.
By #3, the senior, Owen Dunleavy.
3:16 to go here in the fourth quarter. Neither team's gonna let up. Another face-off win by Brunswick. Their quick shot saved once again by Lyons. He's scrambling around in his goal crease, and he'll scoop up the loose ball. Rothman gets it up ahead for Zemixson. You can expect him to make a nice run. Zemixson with a toe drag. Here comes Jagger Zemixson upfield. Zemixson will get rid of it. Gets it over for Cooper Christian, who magically evades a stick check. And it looks like we're going to have an offsides being called here against Seton Hall. That's going to allow possession here for Brunswick.
Good move.
Now up ahead with it, the Bruins come. Out wide, Sean Ryan. He'll slow down pace of play, and we'll have a timeout called here. 2:24 is all that remains.
What?
Both teams retake the fields as we enter the final 2:20 to go here in the game. The Pirates have a 7-5 lead off of a huge insurance marker from Owen Dunleavy. That's his second of the game. However, Brunswick does control possession. David Greco with it. Greco out wide. Now for Sawyer Bly. Bly's shot goes wide. And it's stopped by Sean Ryan. And the referees will whistle this play dead.
What?
You're asking the wrong person.
Hunter Hanford with possession.
Penalty assessed against the Pirates, number 13.
Brady Manzo took a penalty on that play. It's going to be a man advantage here, and a big one at that for the Bruins. Sawyer Bly with possession. His pass is blocked by Zemixon.
Oh.
And now the ball's dropped just outside of midfield by Hunter Hanford. Bly thinks about a shot. He'll get it to Hanford. Now down low, they score.
Game of inches now.
That's going to end the man advantage for Brunswick, but they are inching closer. One goal separates the two teams. It's a 7-6 Seton Hall lead, as there's only a minute and 45 to play. This, by far, the biggest face-off of the game.
And they're sending Lucas Angel out there to take it. Fairfield commit.
Angel, the main Fogo guy for the Pirates. He takes possession and a stick to the face. Now with it, Jack Merklinger. Now out wide. Dunleavy for Oaks. And you got to imagine the Pirates just going to kill the clock here.
That's definitely the goal right there.
Gets it over for Sable.
Definitely makes a good argument for the shot clock. Even though it got denied for New Jersey.
Sable spinning around some heavy pressure there from Sawyer Bly. Gets it over for Jack Merklinger. And we'll get a timeout called here with 1:09.
Called by the Pirates.
And from this point forward, George, every single pass, every play, every single thing that's going to occur in the rest of this game matters.
100%. Only a minute and 9 seconds left on the clock. Don't let that fool you, though. Brunswick, very capable of scoring. They're only one goal away from sending this baby into overtime. Pirates, as you said, though, they're going to look to just drain that clock as much as they can. Let's see how much pressure Brunswick is going to apply defensively. I'm assuming, though, it's going to be next level.
And each time that Brunswick has entered overtime this season, they've come out victorious. 9-8 against Lawrenceville on April 8th, 11-10 against Hill Academy on April 21st, and in their last game, it was an 11-10 overtime win on May 8th against Salisbury. So, not really something that Seton Hall Prep wants to enter. They want to end the game right here and right now within the next minute and 9 seconds.
It was like the best house ever. Right by.
In the backyard, and it's at 1.1. And it's like a water tower. Like,
no, and they AI'd out of it. It was the funniest thing.
And then you show up and you're like, look at the 7-story water tower.
Brunswick is ready. The Pirates coming out of their huddle. They're ready to go here for the last minute and 9 seconds. Brennan Lyons going to retake his goal. As it is a full press. No player in net here for. Now Jack Merklinger makes his way towards the goal. He scores! It's an 8-6. Pirates lead with 1 minute and 2 seconds.
I think that's it right there, Alex. I think Merklinger just called game.
And the full field press looked to be a good idea for the moment, but not when your opponent has possession, not when Seton Hall has the ball.
Now they send a goalie back.
And that goal scored by number 23, the senior, Jack Merklinger.
Merklinger gets his 26th tally of the year and his second of the game. As we'll get another huge face-off looming. Face-off yet again won here by Brunswick. They look to score quickly. That shot goes wide of goal. 55 seconds to go. That's where we're going to stop the clock. And we'll get a timeout called here by Brunswick. .55 seconds is all that remains here in the contest between the Seton Hall Prep Pirates and the Brunswick Bruins. Seton Hall just a couple seconds ago got a massive goal from Jack Merklinger to make it a 2-goal lead. Sawyer Bly with it. His bouncing shot goes high. It's saved. Now taken away by Zemixon as he races upfield. He'll take a couple of slashes there from Lucas Garcia. Zemixon sees the ball pop out of his stick. He'll scoop it right back up. Now Zemixon with the long headman feed. Over for Quinion Oaks. My mistake, that's Jack Merklinger. Merklinger loses possession. Ball still bouncing around in that end zone. It's going to be called Bruin ball with 21 to play. Brunswick's gonna have to be fast. They need 2 goals in 10 seconds to do it. As the whistle stops play with 7 seconds left. And it's gonna be given possession to Seton Hall. The final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 come off the clock. The Pirates have slain Goliath. The #1 team in the nation has fallen to Seton Hall Prep.
An all-around team win for Seton Hall Prep, making their presence known not only in the state, but in the country. A national showing for the Pirates.
Just a few weeks ago, the Pirates defeated the #1 team in the state in the Del Barton Green Wave, and now they step it up to the national level and defeat the #1 team in the United States of America. 8-6 is your final here from the Kelly Athletic Complex in West Orange, New Jersey. Once again, I'm Alex Cohen, joined alongside George Sewell on the D1 Media Pro page of the NFHS Network. We thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night.